All right, okay. I get it. We're late. We're later than late. We're not only late, but we're later than late. And I've got my kazals on. And I'll tell you what, as soon as I can find me out, because I'm all over the shop. You know, I was meant to get that bit of work done. Yeah, I haven't got it done, have I? I've been sleeping. Oh, that feels much better. that feels back on track. That feels like the Sunday afternoon service. There you go, people. Don't worry, I'll rab the old magic lantern a couple of times and we'll get a little bit of colour on the firm. Nice. There you go. Pick him up a bit. We'll stop him there. We'll get a bit of that sepia going. Nice 1840s. I think that's acceptable, isn't it? I think we're all right with that. Are we? It's hard for me to say. I've been talking to myself. Worse than myself, I've been talking to people who ain't here. Usually the missus as well. And then just thinking, why ain't that woman who's 5 miles across town answering me? It's been a long few days, people. It's been a long few days. It's a pleasure to meet you. What? It's a pleasure to see you. Let's have some music and couple of minutes. I'll make a cup of tea. I've made a cake and I've whipped some fresh cream. So anyone on a diet, I'm gonna slap a lot of fresh cream on it, and I'm gonna have that with a cup of tea. I'm gonna close Bing that's opened. Nice one, Bing. Just in case I might have wanted Bing. Look at that. Look. Oh, Moslab's Jeep has a smaller windshield, but he likes them. These are original Cazals, son. Look at them. Amazing. Look at that. Hang on. How do I do that? Look. Little siding. and the plastic would probably take a few bullets as well. But we certainly will be indulging in some cream supremacy. I have been absolutely awful. I can't do it again. It takes the glory away from it. These things are a surprise. But anyway, we'll play a couple of literally 2 minutes and 10 seconds music, cup of tea, drag a comb through me hat, and we'll be God knows what this stream's gonna be like. I haven't even had it in me to write text on this work. Honestly, I've burnt out. I've done it. I got there. This is like the final stream. Not ever, but I've hit the point where I've been. Let's get the music done. I'll get into it. See you in a little bit. Ta-da! Somewhat misjudged that. Okay. Oh, that's a giant lump of cake. What else we got to do? little just to get you in the mood, let you know it's a funky revival, let you know we're coming back, the earth is ours. Do a top up on the water. I'm going to put some cream on the cake. Fresh cream, whipped today. Whipped just minutes ago. I'll pop a bit of that. Oh my god, it fell off. It had a little argument with gravity there. That'll do. There's something about the calamity of the something about the calamity of the falling. I didn't do anything wrong so far, did I? You had the music, you can hear me talking, we're all good. But wait till you see this cream cake. It's not even meant to be a cream cake, it's red velvet. Because I've had the stuff in the house of red velvet, everything I've been making has been a variation of red velvet. I had red velvet with lemon icing the other day. That wasn't great. It wasn't ungreat either, I have to say. There we go, we've got a cup of tea. Bit of caffeine might just put a little bit of energy in me. Pop that in the fridge. It is more like the Truman Show when it's this kind of affair, isn't it? I want to get a bit of foil. So when I wake up in the middle of the night and think, please Lord, let there be something sweet and stodgy in the fridge. There's half a litre of freshly whipped cream with sugar in it, of course. A vape. And now I've just got to get it all back. I'm going to need some kind of spoon action. I think I'm going to go for a fork actually. Cup of tea. Like I said, dietitians, fat people who don't want to be fat. There'll be no accidental product placements. There'll be nothing like that going on. So, and also, of course, it would be quite uncouth. It would be quite uncouth to be eating. Look at it. What? I'm just experimenting, really. I am shafted. Marzipan said the right tip was in focus. Well, I love cake. If you made it yourself, it's about a zillion times better because you know that once you've eaten 2 kilos of it, there's another 2 kilos waiting to be made. Cup of tea and a slice of cake, Aunt Sally. I think I've missed half of something there, but I'm all right with that. Dinosaur Trees says, me too, Chris. Me too. Well, hashtag, am I in trouble, DT? I thought you were married. I also have to say, people, no affiliation again. These redback boots, redback, Australian made. You can get steels. These are soft toes. Fantastic. I don't buy myself a lot of stuff. What do I buy that I show you? Well, the sunglasses, the suits, but I'm not like a buyer of things. And that geezer that cuts boots in half, I don't know if you know, there's a YouTuber who cuts boots in half. That's all he does. He'll get a boot, he'll put it on a bandsaw, and he just shows you them. And he shows you how much leather, the quality of the leather, the build-up, so that he can give you a nice forensic what's going on inside. Yeah, nice one, pal. And I tell you what, I've worn them out 3 or 4 times now, and they're just the nuts. You men, it's a men thing, really. I mean, women have it, of course, but they have it with different things. But when you wear these and you feel like you're solid to the ground, and you know, it's quite cool. And there's the interesting question: how true to size are those boots? Well, I learned a trick. You put your foot on, you get a tape measure, a steel ruler's good, and you tread on it, but you tread on it with pressure. Don't just measure, and you go from the back of your heel to the front of your second toe, and that is your size. And I'm always worried because if I buy shoes from England, they go from the English country. So let's say look, these ones come from Australia, right? These come from Australia. Hello, Rags. Let's sort out Twitch. These come from Australia. So Australia have already sent these to England. And then England, my friends in England, send these to me with all sorts of other things that I can't buy in Cambodia because you can't buy much out here. Things that you need, like a decent pair of boots. And the bloke who cuts the boots in half said these are the best boots. He give these his all-time best boots. So I thought I'd give it a go. So they go Australia, England, Cambodia. Now, if these didn't fit me or they were no good, I'd have to then send them back to England, then back to Australia, then a new pair. You know, it's just so it's a real risk. But doing the old treading hard on the tape measure worked out a treat, and they're beautiful. They're already feeling great, and I know that because I know that what boots are like, they'll slowly adapt to my feet, and it'll be glorious. It'll be glorious. No, they were less than 190. They were nowhere near that, mate. They were nowhere near that, and they're going to last you. Let me just sort out Twitch, and I'll get you your price. They're a lot less than that. I fucking hope they were anyway. Otherwise, I'm a little bit out of pocket. We're all right with me having a cake, are we? We're all right with me having a cake and a cup of tea. I know it's a Sunday arvo, but I've been having a hard time lately. I've been having a hard time, to be honest with you, with work. Different things been happening. And that's all right. You know, life's a struggle. I think because I'm the I'm the leader. I'm the leader. You want to be in my gang. You don't sing that in Cambodia. I tend to give out a lot of advice, or I'm tending to be telling people things about themselves, and not really having a word about myself. But I've had to be actively accepting, you know, lately. I've had to be actively accepting a few things and a few little different things I've been thinking about, not getting enough rest, as I've told you, and all that. And I think it's come to a point where, it's like a failure to me. Good try, Glenn. Well, it is now. Just I've just realised it's Tuesday now, isn't it? See what I mean? I did call it Whoop Sunday, Whoops a Daisy. And hang on, I'm getting confused now. It ain't Tuesday, is it? What fucking day is it? What day is it? Who is the president? Monday the 22nd. You cheeky boys. Yeah, but hang on. Hang on a minute. Let me work this out. Why does my thing say 23rd? Because it's gone past midnight. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm all over the shop. So I did. So I wasn't lying when I told you I'm all over the shop. So it is somewhat disappointing to get to a point where you're forced into taking a break and you're forced into relaxing because you've been overdoing it. Because at my age, I like to think that, you know, I'm aware of these things and you've got, you know, you've nailed it. And I haven't. You never have. I'll tell you what, though, all that work I was meant to get done, and I said I didn't get done. I didn't get that done a day later now. Not only was I late getting it done, but out of nowhere, I've got it done. Hang on, it's Monday. How did that happen? Well, I suppose the earth span. Right, I'll sort out my Twitch. I'll get the grift on. I mean, I'm confident that a man who doesn't know what day it is will achieve a certain amount of donations. That's done me right up as well, because Tuesdays is my busiest day. Why the hell did I think it's because the bird was over? What day was Valentine's Day? Anyone say the 14th of February is going to get a flick in the kneecap? I've just got to get a verified code. I've just got to get a code verified. Google wants to know what day it is. There it is. Hang on a minute. That's my mum's phone number. I bet I get this wrong. I've got this one wrong. I'm sure I've got this one wrong. No, I'm not as bad as I thought. There you go. We're all right, people. Right. Go live. We're going live. It's all right. We can calm down. We've had some good streams lately, though. Jokes aside, Mousecat dropped a hello into the donations. 25 quid. Bloody lovely. Thank you very much. Mousecat, much rather like our pal, do you want to be known by your original name? I mean, I know it's kind of confusing for our pal, but it's also kind of cool because, you know, you become part of the history of the stream then, because you'll never really be Mousecat to me. But if you want to stick with Mousecat for security reasons or whatever, thank you very much for the 25 bond. But let me know whether you want to be stuck with Mousecat or you want to have your original moniker. Not that it was Moniker. Hang on a minute. Hello, Carlson Coy. Bless up from the West Midlands. No, bless up to you from the West Midlands. Now I have to do that never eat shredded wheat lark. And then I realise that you're over at Chris's Patriotic Talk Manor. Nice to see you. Nice to have you, Carlson Coy. John the Baptist says, why do you give this man your hard-earned money? That's a fair question. I would come back with, how did they earn that money? They exchanged their intellectual or their physical or both time and labour to earn it. Because that's the sort of basic wage labour theory of exchange. And you're given something that benefits you because you've given something that benefits someone else. And then they've given that to me, a little bit of that to me, because I've done something. I've sacrificed some intellectual and or physical labour that has given them something. So you, again, using the same wage labour theory of value, they've given me some of those same tokens because I've given them something. I mean, I'll be interested to know. Well, I'm sorry about the yawn then when I said I'll be interested to know what you think. But, you know, how many times have we had to go through this? It's ridiculous. It's like going to the cinema and saying, why did we pay to come in here? It's like buying a milkshake. Why did we give these people money to enjoy this milkshake? Absolutely absurd. Thank you, Carlson Coy. I think we've got a member on the firm. Let's just go down. I still haven't heard from Mousy Bar. Little bullet. Bullet upped it to a feel saliva. Any word on the curb about Mr. Awkward coming on for that throwdown? LOL. Any word on the curb? You're getting like blooming Dawn Browning now. I don't know anything about any fighting going on. I mean, that would seem a little bit silly, wouldn't it? I mean, are the people involved, are they sort of 7 or 8 or professional boxers or what? Because that kind of changes things. But nice one, little bullet. Matthew Rogers. Long time no see. And to acknowledge that, he gives us a friendly typo. Thank you all. Been away for a bit, but I'm ack. There you go. Nice to see you, Matt. Nice to see you. Value for value. It's weird, isn't it? It's weird. The strange thing about the free market. Moslab says, Mr. Me in it, mouse, cat, legend, anyway you put it. Well, what's he said? Has he mouse cat's okay either way. Oh, I don't know what to do now. I feel like it's not my decision to make. Maybe now I've had my house brick of sugar and eggs and flour, it will contribute in absolutely no way to me. Our pal loves it. He loves it. He loves the fact that people calls him our pal, and he doesn't know why that is. Buster Brook don't like Mondays. He wants to shoot the whole day down. I haven't smoked any weed. I'll tell you what happened. I grew a load of plants. I grew a load of autoflowers. Climate out here is almost perfect for them. And I grew some out here, and using some of the best seeds money can buy. You know, these are sort of like proper, from the Autoflower Network. These plants, the vegetative stage of these plants is about a week. I kid you not. I'll show you some of the plants. It's not a very long or interesting story, but it is funny when you realise the amount of effort I put into it, and the quality of the bud I produced, and then what happened when I indulged compared with my youth. Give me 1 second, people. Give me 1 second. I know we've covered this before, but there's a couple of people who won't know. And it's still a funny little one. Always got to be careful showing photos on the old live stream in case my thumb rubs past one and whoops. Whoops. That weren't meant to be public in any way. That cup of tea is great, isn't it? I'll tell you what, that one I had this morning was good as well, and this one's going down beautiful. Just got to make sure I'm putting it down flat. Here we go then, here we go. So here we go. I can show you a couple of the buds and a couple of the plants. Have a look at that bad boy. ER Rune Sky Sitting. That was, let me just get into focus. That was one of the sort of colas of one of the Amnesia Haze. Rather nice plant. And they stunk. They smelt to high heaven. They were just these big clumps of buds. You know, they only stood about 3 foot tall. Tiny little things, autoflowers are. And then I cured them, done it all proper, cured them for about 13, 14 days. Got that kind of bud out of them. I think any connoisseurs will tell you that's a fair bit of bud there. I think there's another quite a nice bud photo. Anyway, so I've spent, autoflowers, you go from seed to harvest in about 9 weeks. It's just, I can remember nutrient film technique in about 89, just the early days of hydroponics. And it's all changed now. And of course, because I'm doing it outside because of the climate, seed to harvest in 9 weeks. But, 2 and a bit weeks, 2 and a bit weeks curing. And that makes all the difference, as any decent smoker would tell you. I only had about 4 plants, and I had about 8 or 9 kilos of the finest trimmed buds. Just the finest trimmed buds. And when it was all cured, I've chopped it up. Me and the missus chopped it all up. And out here, you can have a few plants anyway. If the old bill catch you, you just go, yeah, we cook with it. Because it's Cambodian tradition. And it's like, oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you put G13 in with your beef lock lack. Nan, would you like some more food? Fuck off. And she went back home for the night, and I thought, right, Scooby Dooby Dooby. Went and bought some tobacco, bought some papers, put about 50-50 Backy and this Amnesia Haze. Must have been about 8 o'clock in the evening. Didn't have much to do that night. Sparked it up. Taste of it, beautiful. I used to be a stay high. My first novel that some of you have read was about me being a stay high, where you wake up and you've got a joint in the ashtray from last night and you put it in and you just start again. You are stoned all day long. That's how it works. And that flavour come back to me, and then it hit me. And I put the bifter down in an ashtray, like not an ashtray, just something I had on my desk that looked round. And then I was like, oh, this is horrible. This is really horrible. I thought, this is really horrible. I am in no state to do anything that requires human ability. I have become less than what I was. That's what I felt. And I thought, I'm going to get in bed and I'm going to sleep. And when I come up, I'm going to hope that it's gone. And when I woke up about 4 hours later, it had gone. And I remember looking at this 9 ounces, and I'll be honest with you, the option, I mean, out here, because a lot of the local weed is like not great. I mean, you can buy. There's cafes and things where they've got menus and all that shit. You can get dabs and you can get dab rigs and you can get solids and all. It's like early Amsterdam, really. But it's fucking expensive, You'll be paying like £10 a gram of Northern Lights, or about $13. So I thought, well, hang on, I got about 9 key there, and I thought, I'm not going to be selling weed. What comedy is this? Have a nice evening in, and the phone just doesn't stop going. All right, mate, yeah, got into that nice stuff. No, that was nice. No, that was really nice. Me and my mates. You get more stoned off and listening to stoners talk than you do any other weed. And so I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll give it out. I'll give it out to all the bar staff that I know who like a smoke. So slowly but surely, oh yeah, I'll try that. What do you make of that? Yeah, you can have it. No worries. Just a little eighth. Next time I see him, fuck me, that was nice. Can you get any more? I go, well, it's not really for sale. It's just this bloke, he grows it and that. Well, if any more comes up. So next time I see him, I'll give him a quarter. And I've done this to all the boozers around my area. All the, not boozers, but like the nice little clubs. My area's full of them. Like a little club with like 7 or 8 seats. Some quiet music. And just nice, not like a Weatherspoons or something. And of course, what I managed to do was get myself free booze for the next couple of years. Because every time I went in, I'd be sort of like, hello, mate, do us a large gin and tonic, can you, son? And they'd go, yeah, all right. And then as I'd go to leave, I'd go, how much do you want for that? Go, now it's on the house, mate. Yeah. It's sweet. So I think I'll probably do something similar this year. And the truth is, I actually enjoyed the growing. I do enjoy growing them. I started growing weed in like 1998 when it was, these days you can buy feminized seeds. In those days you couldn't. You could buy 20 seeds and have 19 males. There's no THC in a male. There's nothing smokable in a male. And they weren't cheap. You could pay, like, even in those days, £5 or £6 a seed. So you could spend like 60 quid and get one plant. And then also you'd plant them all, you'd set up your garden, and then you vegetate them and you vegetate them and you vegetate them. and then they all start changing. You change the light cycle, and you suddenly like, right, what one's a female, what one's a male? Ah, that one's a male. Got to take that one out. So's that one, and you can tell by there's little things you can tell, like the male pollen sacs start forming compared to the female. I know the word isn't stigmata, but it is a word I like to use. Well, and yeah, and you've bought a carbon dioxide generator. You spent an absolute fortune. Humidifier, conductivity meter, the lot. You spent 300 quid on seeds, and you've got 2 females. Happy days. Let's get stoned. Stamen, there you go. We have covered this, yes. Damn weed matriarchy. I love blokes. I love blokes who think that drugs are excellent. And girls, I mean, taking drugs is a very masculine thing. Women will take drugs, but for different reasons. And men, and again, these are all tendencies. These aren't, this isn't black and white. This is tendencies. Girls will take drugs, but they realise the bravado required is the same as taking a bit of carrot. Listen to Jess. My ex used to go on about how he loved the weed. He loved how the weed interacts with the coke he's sniffing. And I was like, yeah, I'm breaking up with you. And unfortunately, the truth is, Jess, what he really liked was having something to do continually with his hands while that coke was jangling him out and making him feel awful. That's brilliant. Yeah. Yeah? Is that what you think? Nice. Yeah. You might want to take your big bag this time when you go. So I've had a funny old week. I had a funny old weekend. Lost some friends, gained some friends. Found a few things out that I would have preferred to have found out from the people involved. You know, a basic bit of bottle, shown some bollocks. And it just, you know what? I know we all hear it. We all hear it, don't we? What is it? Teeth and taxes. There's nothing more certain. What is it? What's the saying? There's nothing more certain than death and taxes. I don't know where I got teeth and taxes from. I think teeth and taxes comes from NA. Death and taxes, yeah, that's it. Nice one, Moslab. Nice one, Aramas. Can't even remember why I was saying that to you. Why was I telling you that? There was something half worth following up with that, actually. Death and taxes. Oh, I can't remember. I can't expect to do much. I wasn't going to do this stream till about 5 minutes before we did it. Oi. I'll fall out of you if you miss another super chat. Oh, bloody hell, Rose. I already have. I bloody have as well. It's gone. Has it turned up in entropy? It hasn't turned up in entropy. Don't fall out with me, Rose. Rose, say it again in the normal chat, and I'll do you a mock-up. I promise you, I'm doing it now. I'm doing you a mock-up super chat that's going to be not even a super chat. It's going to be a splendid chat. I'm doing it right now. Hang on. Let me just work out how to do this. Hang on. Right, we got that. This is going to be splendid. I promise you. Right, then what we're going to do that. Are you getting ready to rewrite what you were writing? Don't do it too quick so it goes off the page. Because I am knocking you up the most splendid chat there ever hath been. Where's that one gone? Right, hang on. This is so splendid. Right, actually drop that. Do that. Hang on, slow it down. Don't let it go off the screen, people. Image, resize, 130%. Over. We have 130%, yeah. Got that there. That wasn't as big as I would have hoped it to be either. We're going to resize that again. Bloody hell, there's all sorts of madness going on out there. Who's ever to know what it's for, what it's about, why it's disallowed? Resize that, 50% reduction. Oh, good Lord, it's gone really bad here. This splendid chat has turned into an absolute farcical. Right, where is it? Right, Rose, where is it? I have set it up. I said I bloody love you in the Scrubs community. Right, hang on. All right. Oh, it's not even going to be... What's your favourite colour, Rose? Don't say rose. What's your favourite colour, Rose? And I need to know how much it was for if you want. Pink, okay, we can do pink. Mine is pink as well. Although I think I've done a bit of purple there. Hang on, maybe if I drop the Kazals out for a second. All right, here we go. And you said, where the end is it? Oh yeah, all right, here we go. You've got a bit of a problem there, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you a background in a slightly darker purple so that it brings the pink out. So you said this is going to be the most amazing bespoke handmade super chat. I bloody loved past tense isn't very nice, but it's acceptable. Loved you and the Scrubs. Right, I've got that. We've done that selection. Move to selector. Hang on, cancel that. I need. Oh, what? Hang on, don't do that. Let's not play like that. How did that happen? Let's try again. I bloody loved you and the Scrubs. Everyone enjoying themselves. Scrubs community, right. Layers. Merge all. Flatten. Selection. Select none. We're going to do that. Apply. We're going to move them down. We're going to get that central. Then we're going to do the layers. Then we're going to merge all, flatten. Then we're going to go like that. What? Whoa. You can see why it takes me so long to get work done, can't you? Shit, I just reminded myself I've got loads of work to do. And then we've got that, and we've got that, and we've got that, and then we're going to go like that, and then we're going to go like that, and then out of nowhere, as if nothing happened, oh, so what? Someone said I missed a super chat? Are you joking? What, moi? Un super chat? What, Little Bullets, who said, no wonder your book's taking so long. Yeah, exactly, Mr. Bullet. Thank you. Little Red drops a $5 for Mr. Dangerfield. Let's hear it for the scrubbage. Thank you, Little Red. What is all this talk of me missing super chats? Oh, Rose English, you say? Well, maybe it was because I was doing something special for Rose English. Let's see, shall we? Let's see. Let's see whether actually this was happening. Oh. So it turned out I didn't miss it at all. I just done something ultra. I spelt bloody with 3 Ds, which isn't great, I know, but it kind of adds to it. Yeah, that's a bit of a mistake there, but not necessarily a problem, because I have the I've got the skills to pay the bills, and I think if I'm clever and if I don't rush in any way, I think what will happen is people won't notice that anything happened, and if they blinked, they'll think they'll just be like, oh, a minute ago I thought I saw some kind of mistake, but it now looks as if it's all bloody perfect, almost as if nothing happened at all. The problem was I mean, when they talk about typos in internet parlance, with me it's not. With me it's typography. So I hope that made it up to you, Rose. I like to think it was special time spent making it awesome. Carlson Kid has joined the firm. On the firm, here we go. Lovely to have you, Carlson Coy. I did drop that in on the sly, actually, History Bro, but I thought I'd already insulted the poor girl enough times to do the worst thing and bring the truth into it. Now, where's the lad who was pissed that people gave their hard-earned money to me? He seems to have disappeared. Oh no, for sure. These are the Khazals. They're Our pal says, I don't blame you, mate. If I lived in Bodie with those farms, I couldn't resist either. I've never pretended to be clean. I've never pretended to be NA clean, but I'm not the junkie I once was. I can assure you that. Do you want to know this, our pal? I will give you the real story of the Cambodian pharmacy. Without a prescription, no one has scripts over here. You can go into any pharmacy and get Xanax, diazepam, tramadol, Ritalin, morphine amps, Valium amps, fentanyl amps. You can just go into a chemist, and if they haven't got it, you go, do you reckon you can get any for me? And they go, oh, sometimes very tricky. And you go, I want 50. And they go, by tomorrow. And you'll go, lovely. Hello, years. Yeah, I mean, I was never. I tell a lie, I'd done 4 years of abstinence, and it wasn't for me. And it is for some people. And that's all right. But it wasn't for me. Yeah, I was doing that for you deliberately. Moody Edge. Yeah, you get caught trying to send it though. My hands will arrive in your postal box. The answer is no. Ampules. Yes, you can. What's that stuff called? Something like Helahalaquin. Helahalaquin. Someone asked me if you could get it, and I asked the pharmacy, and they said, "Yeah, we've got it." What's it called? Hakahulahin. I'm talking about something different, and I'm not talking about the vax. I'm talking about the stuff that they said will keep you alive when it wasn't killing you or something. So, I had another very generous entropy come through, so I'm going to deal with all of those at the end. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you can get hydrochloroquine here. Get anything you want here. If you've got a pharmacy service that doesn't use a prescription, and listen, it's because it's not a rip-off. Doctors get paid to write you scripts. So why aren't they going to write them? Doctors are humans. What, are they all moral? Are they all morally pure? They're not gambling addicts. They haven't got problems with their family paying the mortgage. So they don't think, nah, just for this week, I'm going to double the scripts, all right? Yes, Mrs. Jones. No, I think I'm just going to double your amount just for the next month. Yeah, and it's a con. Whereas over here, if you know what you want, you go to the pharmacy and you go, all right, there, do us a load of those nice ones that you've left in, that you've got front and center for the Barang tourists. It's weird, isn't it, really? Because Thailand used to be the drug holiday, and Thailand is far from the drug holiday now. It just isn't. There you go. There you go. Excellent point. Excellent point. And you know when you go into your doctors and they've got their pen and their pen says on it Xanax. Fucking hell. And their pad has got on it Valium. She's just like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, these days in Thailand, you can't even get That you can't even get benzos in chemists. You can get benzos in some of the criminally run chemists, but you've got to order them. I remember going there. Well, Mark and Windy Willow, I tell you, I sent them like 500 Xanax and 1,000 Valium. I just went into a chemist and said, do us 1,000 Valium and 500 Xanax, rolled them up into an envelope and sent them. And that was Thailand. But now you'll be sniffing around all day to try and get anything like that. And not necessarily a bad thing, but they are looking at legalizing Kathom, which the West called kratom, which is it's a part of the coffee family, but it binds itself to the U-gamma receptors of opiates and has shown in medical trials to help with heroin addiction. But since I don't believe in the disease model of heroin addiction, it's just more drugs because you like taking them. If you want to take less drugs, take less drugs. See, this is the mad thing. I told the story yesterday of when I gave my mum cocaine for her tooth because the poor woman was in absolute agony. And Jess has got mental toothache today, and someone said a couple of things below her, get some clove oil on it. I mean, we've all done it. It's just nothing compared with cocaine, where it actually stops it hurting instantly rather than making your mouth taste like you've had highly refined apple pie. We've been stitched out of medicine so that they could sell us more. Matthew Rogers dropping the Lady Godiva with another little what? Do I remember rightly that you had a gun story from Thailand? Was that from the Sunday prescription days? Yeah. The very short. This was my Edinburgh show. I'll give you the 2-minute version. I had a mad methamphetamine binge, and I was buying a couple of ounces up of these lunatics. I don't even know where I found them. And I was in like this mad brothel with like naked children running around and meth heads all over the floor naked, and just horrible. And I started, because I'd been eating Valium by the 50 for breakfast, I realised if I didn't get any stimulants in me within about 20 minutes, I was just going to faint. And because I'd ordered 2 ounces of shards, not fucking shake and bake, proper shards, I realised that they knew that I had about, 10,000 English on me. And the minute I fainted, there'd be a rope round my neck, a gaffer tape round my mouth, and their hands in all my pockets until my pockets were empty, and then they'd have dumped me off the side of the road somewhere. So I got a bit, where's my fucking drugs? And I started getting a bit on top, and Larry and one of them said, look, should we go out the back and just have a few shots of my gun, just take it easy for a bit? And I thought, yeah, give me the gun. Yeah, why don't you give me that gun right now? And as soon as he gave me the gun, I could feel by the weight of it, it was the full magazine. And I just went, and of course, all these half-dead prostitutes and children ran around the place like lunatics, because there was this weird foreigner with one eye, had pontoon eyes. One was sticking and one was twisting, firing this gun. And they were going, what the fuck? What you do? Because they weren't trying to rob me at all. They were actually really nice people. They just happened to be drug addicts. And finally, the drugs turned up. I stuffed them up my ass using sellotape and Tiger Balm because they didn't have any cling film and Vaseline. It was one of the most painful things I'd ever done. And then the scooter journey home, which was bouncing that up and down, slowly moving it up into my lower intestine, and and when I got home, of course, I still had the shooter, which I put on the side table. Finally got the narcotics out. Weeks and weeks of more madness, and then when the woman whose hotel it was decided it was time to stop, she came in and chucked out all the lady boys, all the drug dealers, all the madness, the 4 televisions I had on playing this Japanese channel of like sexy Japanese women in hardly any clothes who just dance. That's it. I don't even know where I got the 4 tellies. I don't even know I got 1 telly from. The room didn't have a telly in it. She chucked away thousands and thousands of blister packs. There were lines of Viagra. I knew it was Viagra. A, you don't get cocaine in Thailand, and B, it had the little turquoise cover in it. There was a Glock. There was a cigar. There was about 5 cigars actually, and a white linen suit. So I'd relapsed on methamphetamine, got a suit made, and a fedora, of course, and a blue cravat, nasty blue it was as well, and a cigar. So I must have been down on Patong Beach, buzzing my tits off, smoking a cigar in my, really, really blending in with the crowd, not to be noticed, running around town, buying huge quantities of illegal substances. Yeah. That's the 2-minute version of a 50-minute story. It's called Fear and Loathing in Patong. It's in my on my channel. If you search for Fear and Loathing in Patong, you can check it out, and you can realize why I'm so excellent. Thank you, Grego. We'll have a look at that in a minute. It would appear I got a cockle come through. Ed from Queens. Thank you, Ed. Ed, for a man who can send the longest emails, you send the shortest super chats. This could be risky. Ed, you know that fella that's trying to sell property in Cambodia, and it's a brilliant deal as well. People, you buy a condo now for 50, 60, 70 foul. 50, 60, 70 American, 70,000 American dollars. In 4 or 5 years, the Chinese are going to come along and want to build a skyscraper there. And you're going to say, oh, no, you can buy it for sure. Yeah, it's 300 grand. And they're going to buy it off you without even a whisper, because they're going to make millions. And so by holding on to 70 grand for a few years, you've sort of quadrupled your money. Well, Ed put me on to this geezer. And I followed your links, Ed, and applied and all that, and pressed all the buttons. And it finally got through the bit where he went, we're not taking on any more investors. That just goes to show you how many people are getting busy with that Cambodian real estate. Cambodia's got the fastest growing economy in Southeast Asia. It's quite the thing. Thank you, Ed, for that donation. And thanks, Ed, for putting me on to that bloke, because even though he hasn't helped me out in any ways, if my mother carks it, and I already told her this, so that no one take offense, not that you would, but I already told my mother this, if she carks it, I'll probably get about 120 for that house. I'll buy a condo out here, and I'll just sit tight on that. And then you rent it for like $90 a month. And that's just them paying you to look after your condo. So, yeah, sweet. Make sure, keep it clean, can you? I've got to sell that to the Chinese in 5 years. There you go. What's going on here? Is this the last stream, Chris? I don't want you to go Christmas. No, it's not at all. No, God, no. There's never a last scrub stream. I've been really overdoing it. I've been trying to get too many projects done, and I haven't been taking any time off. And I've caught myself right out. Even like yesterday, should have had the day off. Instead, went and got the girlfriend's bed. Lovely on the same page. Threw the money at us to go and buy her a bed. I'll show you the photo. But even that went a bit funny, as you'd expect. It never goes normal. But she's made up. So that should have been a day sitting about, but it wasn't, of course. It was carrying mattresses up 4 flights of stairs. But she's over the moon. She's absolutely over the moon. Let me see if I can find you. Oh, here she is on we went out on Valentine's Day. Look how lovely she looked. Ah, she was lovely. Here she is with a little bit of liquor in her hand. For people who are relatively new to this channel, my girlfriend and her family lived on the streets for about 5 years and years ago when the old man was killed. And that was with 5 daughters, and they had to sell one of the daughters to an Indonesian couple because they couldn't feed them, and they offered them 10 grand, which meant she could feed the rest of the kids. It's an absolute nightmare of a story that goes on in places like this all the time. So, it's quite amazing now to see her in beautiful dresses with a little bit of gold on her and holding a glass of wine, and she knows to ask for rosé now, which she didn't even know what wine was when she met me. And when I first ever, I know a lot of you know this, but it's a beautiful story. When I first took her to the raffles, the elephant bar at the raffles, there weren't too many other people in there, and we'd ordered our food, and good Lord, she didn't know what she was getting or anything, so I've kind of helped her out and all that. And I said, what do you want to drink with it? And she said, well, what are you having? And I said, well, with that, I'm going to get a nice fruity red. And she was all I said, why don't you just try and get like a sweet white? It'll go lovely with it. So I'm sitting there, the geezer's come along, he's put my glass down of fruity red because I've already asked for it and I've had it before and he knows I have. He's got a bottle, right? No cork in it. With like he's got the old what are they called? The dishcloth things, and this bottle in it, and he's presented it to her so that she can have a look at it. But she's never done anything like this before in her life, and I didn't have time. As soon as he's presented it to her, she's picked it up, just taken a few swigs, and I said, "Well, that's the bottle I'm paying for." Looked in the menu. I thought, fucking hell, £170. They didn't charge me for it. They charged us for a glass, even though she blatantly and I know that restaurant enough. They wouldn't have sold that on. The staff would have had that. But it was just hilarious. He's pointed it to her. She's just taken it off him and knocked it back. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. What have we got going on, Moslab? People getting shitty, are we? I'll tell you what, Rune Sky Sitting, and I say it once a week. Acceptance and gratitude. If you can nail them, and to nail them is to realize they're not passive. You don't learn them and then just get on with your life. Oh yeah, no, I'm an accepting person. No, I've got gratitude. You have to actively accept things, and you have to actively have gratitude. And if you can do that, the quality of your life just goes through the roof. That's a really nice thing you've just said there, because you clearly understand it. Thank you, our pal. She's and you know what? She's it's something to do with the culture as well, because they're as long as you're masculine, they'll be feminine, which I think is a fair deal. I think it's a fair deal. And if you're not masculine, they'll slow up on the feminine side of things. But she's absolutely great. Changed my life. She's one of those. She's changed my life. Look at us here on her birthday. We went out on her birthday. See if I can get a bit of focus. Yeah. But of course, and it's a classic thing. It's a classic thing with me and my life. When you've got something, you've now got something to lose. And that's followed me around probably since my dad died. When you've got something to lose. Which is why I spent my life running. Hello, Emma. Hope you're all right, my love. Sorry, right. What I was saying was, I've seen that, Martin. I'll get on that. I'll get on that one in a minute. It ain't me. It does it. It does it itself occasionally. Honestly, what I just said. Let me hear that. Let me read that one again. Sorry. Hang on. Where's 42's comment? Well, 42 said that in his day, round his area, it was all just pills and things. But now everywhere, heroin's everywhere. And I said yes. And I said, and with the Syrian migrant crisis, Syrian heroin was also everywhere. And so was Turkish heroin everywhere. And why wouldn't it be? Comes from Afghanistan in the form of opium. It's made into heroin in Syria and Turkey and flooded into Europe. Makes them rich and makes us stitched. Why wouldn't they do it? Was that really a 5-minute mute? Well, in many ways, at least it was a record. Thank you, Motivator Roswell. He's singing Spice Girl songs. Oh, look, let's try and work out why it happens. Maybe it's because I'm a Londoner and I love London town. Well, I used to when it was an English place, but now it's just a shithole. Sometimes if I move the mic. No. Sometimes if I move the lead. Not getting away with this one, am I? Sometimes if I go, yeah, it didn't really work, did it? Sorry about all that. Matthew Rogers says, "Oi, you on the moot, you madhead." Moot. I don't know where moot come from. Oi, you on the moot? Jimmy said muted on the bounty. Well, everyone is muted on the bounty because they're delicious, aren't they? Oh, you can put a bounty in your mouth. Oh, that lovely, sweet. Oh, God. It's reminded me to have another half a pound of cake and cream afterwards. Should keep me up all night when I should be sleeping. Skin Scar took it upon himself to call me Space Cadet. Cheeky. Meant nicely. Thank you, Chrissy, to suggest it wasn't necessarily my fault. Right, I'm going to give you a few seconds to drop some entropies before we do the entropies. So I'll give you the link. We've got a couple of nice ones in there, which is lovely. I'll put the link in the chat, but it's also in the description. So if you want to drop an entropy, we're going to go entropy mad in a minute. Entropy mad. Entropy. Now listen, I know it's been somewhat of a subdued stream, as was yesterday, but I think we had a laugh. You know, we've had 170, 180 people here, and on a Sunday afternoon, that ain't bad, is it? New boy on the farm, Carlson Coy, says, "You two make such a cute couple. Have a filly myself." You've got a filly yourself, have you, Carlson? Oh, that's all right. I've always told you, Mr. R. Powell, there's no apologising for not donating. It's not necessary. I didn't even know what day it was. I'm shocked by it. I got that, Grego. We'll be going through that in a minute. Oh, I can't believe it. It's not. It's Tuesday here, Jess. It's Tuesday. And I was meant to get my work done by 7 o'clock UK time. I was meant to get this big project done, this big marketing project. Oh, God. That I've been working on for months. By 7 o'clock UK time, Sunday afternoon. And I thought I'll do a stream, which will take me down to about 1 o'clock, which is now my time, 1 a.m. And then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. It will give me about an hour to get it done. And I'm already 23 hours late. I didn't even know that. It's a shocker, isn't it? Mrs. Me, innit? My girlfriend picked up your vinyl, your record. She said, "Who's this?" Obviously, there being a picture of a woman on the front. We know what women are like. We know the true witches of the world are. And nice one, Chrissy, got that. She said, "What's this?" And I said, "What do you think it is?" You know, out of interest. So I'm just wiping tea out of my moustache. I said, "What do you think it is?" And so she's just looking at it. And then she's turned it one angle, and of course, this record thing's fallen out. She's got that out, and she's touching it, and she's holding it up to the sky. She's just saying, "I don't know." And I had to get on YouTube. I had to get a record player thing on YouTube with a needle on it. And it goes. But then it took another 25 minutes explaining that the music that I played her on YouTube, which was Benny Goodman's big band, wasn't the one that had the picture of you on the cover, and that there are actually millions of those little round things made with very different musics on them. Right, let me get a little bit of music sorted out so we can get all this. Oh, God, I can't believe I'm 23 hours late. This means I'm going to be up till 5 o'clock this morning. Wow. You know, just when I was talking to you about needing a rest. Be all right, though. Be all right. Once this one's out of the way, I can have a rest. Not really. Not really. No, that's not true. Wait, you're well before time, son. Right. Let's have a look at a bit of this. Camper van Jim Bob said it's Friday here. Leaden. I'm doing it, Leaden. I'm on it. You're not on it though, Leaden. Or you're just reminding me. You're the cheerleader. Moslab says the Manabund. Sounds like something from Dickens, but I still don't know what it is. Yeah, he always loves that little roll, doesn't he? He always wants to get that roll rehearsed before it kicks in. Can't say I blame him. You know the old joke. What's the joke? What do people do who want to be a magician, who want to be a musician but can't become a drummer? Matthew Rogers, entropy, Matthew, is a way of donating to the stream, much like a super chat. But when you go via entropy, you don't give any money to YouTube, nothing, not a penny. Entropy tax you half as much as YouTube. So YouTube get no money from an entropy donation. I get the majority of it. And so that's why I do try and encourage people to use entropy, but some people prefer to use the super chat, and that's also all right. And it works out. And you know what? And I'm going to say this, for a couple of weeks there, I was saying that there might come a time when I might only be streaming once a day or something, because I can't justify taking so much time off my real life job because it's sacrificing earnings. And the Scrubs responded, and it's all come back lovely. So thank you. That's been very kind of you, and it means a lot to me, actually, because it's also a way of saying no, we will not be having one a day. We've got used to the two. See you later, Scorry, and we want to know what's happening about your foot as well. You can't just keep saying it's all right. I want to see a video of you walking on it. Right, okay, entropy, let's go. But take care, Scorry, and look after that foot. Right, we press that one, we press that one. We press that one, we press that one. No, we don't. No, we don't. See, this is where it all goes wrong. We move that over there. Yes. Then we do that. Then we do that. Then we do that. Right, on the entropy side of things, I think we might even be able to make this one a bit bigger. Hang on, I can make this much bigger. Hang on, look at that. Who thought of that? Well, me. I reckon most of you can read that now. Right, coming in last, Chrissy. Dropped to 3, said have one for our pal. Now, I don't know what our pal is. I don't know what I've missed there, but I'll take it for our pal. Lovely. Grego dropped to Lady Godiva and said, this warm-up chat has been fun, but were you about to start the Monday stretching? My yoga pants are riding up. When did we last do the yoga? When did we last do yoga? Wednesday. I've got to stop saying yoga. You can't see it, Lee. Can anyone else see it? Can anyone else see the entropy on the screen? That's hilarious to think of Grego sitting there in his yoga pants for an hour and a half. Hey, look at that. Moslab got a bit in yesterday. Look. Nice one, Yiz. Moslab can't stop himself. He realizes that the globalist machine that wants to weakens us by making us think of things like stretching as all a little bit sissy and gay, when actually it's the stuff of warriors. That's a great joke, Grego. Nice to know. Good work. Years drops of 3 and says, Big Pharma don't want us cured and healthy. They want us just healthy enough to die on schedule and just sick enough to never stop being enslaved to them as customers. They're big evil. Yeah. Mad that you can't kill yourself, isn't it? Mad that you can't just say, no, I'm done. No, you've got to come in and have it taken out. Yeah, but I don't want it taken out. I don't like hospitals. Don't want anesthetics. Don't want you chopping inside me. I don't want you 70%. Don't want the chance of me walking with a limp and having a stroke every 2 weeks. Nah, not interested. Yeah, but this is medicine. Yeah, this is we're the experts. Yeah, but you're the experts of medicine. I'm the expert of my life, and I'm gonna go with that expertise. No, you're not. Or you're gonna go to prison, and then we're gonna force it on you. What? Yeah. We'll be injecting you with all sorts of things to put you out cold. Oh, ain't suddenly sounding so bad. Can you not just do that bit? Anyway, nice one, Years. Grego, another 3. Was the white linen suit your biggest shame on that bender? Oh, no. No. I mean, good Lord, the things that happened. Pulling that 2 ounces of meth out of my arse with a fork and having 2 prostitutes sitting in the room waiting for me to come out of the bathroom, and the bathroom being covered in claret and plop wasn't exactly shameless. Going into a brothel a couple of weeks later, and the girl saying, "Oh, it works today," and me like, "I've never seen you before in my life," and she says, "Yes, you have. You were in here the other day, but penis no good for boom boom. You smoke ice. You just want to smoke ice." And then when you paid me and left, you went in the tattoo shop across the road and started spitting at people. And I was like, okay. So that was a nice afternoon. Grego, honestly, mate, it was no, the answer's no. The answer is no. Kieran, me old boy Kieran, drops 25 euros. Says afternoon. Afternoon, Kieran. Chrissy R drops another 3 and says, hello, Chris. I don't donate because I appreciate you. Hello, Chris. I don't donate because I appreciate your work and because I fucking want to. Hi, Chris. Hi, Chris. I donate because I appreciate your work and because I fucking want to. Okay. Oh, yeah. Answering that. I reckon that geezer done the off anyway. He hasn't stayed around to face the music. Once he realised that it was the most basic question on all of eternity. Why do you do something? Moving down to Mousecat, aka me in it. He says, hello. Hello, Mousecat. That was all very kind of you. People, it's been an absolute pleasure. John the Baptist said only Dangerfield could make a poo sock sound wholesome. John the Baptist, you are the one who asked the question about why do people give this money? Well, did you get your answer? I was quite into talking to you about that, but I thought you'd done the off-ski. Unless you're a noble man and you decided I answered it adequately. No, I had no idea what that was about. Yeah, likewise. I haven't seen him in a few days, but he was here recently. Busy lad, Rusky. Does a lot for the art world. Don't know what he's talking about. Maybe just lonely or something. Yeah, I didn't show the photos, did I? I didn't show the photos. So this is what happened. We went out to buy her a bed. Right, so you need to know the bed story. I said to her, right, it's 200 Australian dollars. I said, that works out about 100 American dollars. I said, YouTube are going to tax that about 30 quid. I said, it's going down, love, it's going down. And I'm going to get taxed on that as well. Hello, Alan. And she said, well, I'll tell you what, why you want a bigger bed? Because I don't like the bed in this place. The bed upstairs was bigger. So she said, why don't you give me your bed and the base? Because I don't want a bed base either. I don't like them. She said, and then you put the money towards your mattress that you want. And I said, all right, we'll do it like that. And also that meant she gets her bed yesterday. She's not waiting. You know, we went round loads of shops. They wanted 100, 150 quid for mattresses and things. So this way round, she gets a bed and a base. So we chucked the mattress in a tuk-tuk, took it down to her place. She's put it in there. She's put all her bloody carrots and corn things on it. Tomorrow, me and the landlord's mate go down with an electronic screwdriver, take apart the bed base, which is in the bedroom now, put it back together at her house, put her bed on it. She's got a bed. And then I get my bed. But here's where it gets interesting. I went round loads of bed shops yesterday after she's got a bed because I thought, well, I need a fucking bed myself now. This man who's meant to be resting needs a bed. And so I measured up. I went upstairs, knocked on his door. I said, mate, measure up your bed because I want a bed the size of the one I had before. And he measured it up and it weren't that much bigger than the one I had. And I thought, why did it feel bigger then? So I've gone back down and there's a whole row of bed shops. There's this road called Monavong Boulevard. And I was talking to him and I said, but it felt bigger. And she said to me, you can have a mattress however big you want. You just have to order it. And I went, really? What? She said, yeah. You tell us what size bed you want and we'll make it up for you. And so I got the old tape measure out, checked out all the PowerPoints and all the doors of the cupboards and all that opening. Well, absolutely that, Moslab. Yeah. Well, Moslab, no, I'm over there. I mean, I'm on the front room floor on the I don't know if you can see it. On the sofa floor. I'm on the sofa thing on the floor. But I have ordered a bed. Right, listen to this. You'll like this. I have ordered a bed which is 230 centimeters long, which is 2 meters and 30 centimeters long, and 2 meters and 2 meters and 30 centimeters wide. So it's 2 meters and 30 square and 25 meters deep, right? It's fucking massive, right? It's massive. That's going to come through. They're making it now. You know, I talked to them today. She showed me the material and all that. She said, we're making that now. And she said, do you want a bottom for it? I said, no, I don't like bed bases. I am like the Japanese in that I want it on the floor. But then she said to me, she's written down this phone number. And she said, what's her number? Hang on. Yeah, I've got it here. Telaniak Poan sent you. Now, people, tell me why I need Niak Poan's friend for my 230 by 230 by 25 centimeter deep bed. Tell me why I need her. There is a very simple reason that's very funny that I didn't think of. Spot on. You can't go into a shop and buy bed sheets for that size thing. You've got to have them made. I've got to have fully bespoke bed sheets. Now I don't sleep with a duvet anyway, and I've got a king size duvet, so that'll sort of just not quite fit. But I'm all right with that. But I do want a bed. I want a couple of white bed sheets to fit over it. So it's all gone quite well, basically. The girlfriend got her bed and a base, which she'd never have been able to afford with the money that On the Same Page donated. And I've managed to get mine sorted with that bit of money added to a bit that I've saved up. So On the Same Page has sorted us both right out, really. We've both got beds that we both didn't have. So it's quite nice. But you only get one life, people. Hang on, let me find you the pictures of her and her bed because she's made up about it. But don't forget it hasn't got the base on it yet. We're going to fix that on tomorrow. Where the bloody hell is it? Oh, hang on. I'm looking in the wrong place. So there she is with her mattress of all her inflatable things. There's the corn. There's the corn right in the middle there. See it? And then there's the inflatable carrot. and you know what she said to me? She said it was lovely. And I said, yeah, but you told me you didn't need her. You didn't need a bed. And she said, yeah, but I don't want to spend money on things. I don't want to spend your money on things. I said, it weren't my money. And isn't that weird that she doesn't, she was literally sleeping on tiles. Heartbreaking, really. I'm trying to get her out of this way of thinking. I said to her yesterday, I said, you live this life where you think you don't deserve good things. And I know it because I've been there before myself. But you do. You do deserve good things because you're a person. And you're a bloody nice person as well. You're a giving person. You're a caring and compassionate person, so you do deserve nice things. You don't need to spoil yourself, but a fucking bed. Little last minute entropy from the Skin Scar there, dropped a tenner. Nice one, Skin Scar, appreciated into entropy. Thank you very much, my friend. Very kind of you, Richard. How's your current relationship going? What's her name again? Old Alban. And on that note, people, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. And I will talk to you tomorrow morning. bed mending and repairing and moving and ordering and etc. I will try and get it sorted out. Thank you very much, Moslab. That's much appreciated. And if you don't see me in the morning doing a stream, I will have to get on with this work. So it won't be a question of me getting all this bed sorted out and then be like, right, I can do a stream. It will be right, I can get this work done. But I guarantee you get an evening stream. I guarantee it. And you might get both. So bless you all, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Ta-da!
All the world loves a lover. All the girls in every land are meant to know. The joy of loving is to live in the world of man love. There's someone who's waiting for you. Soon the world will be yours for a toy. Music starts to play, night will turn to day. Darkness disappears when the one you love is near. You're in man love. All the world loves a lover. All the girls in every land are meant to know. Joy of loving is
very funny, Moslab, very funny.
The world of man love. There's a place that is waiting for you, a world where the best in life is free, where time is always spring, happiness is king. Dreams you dream come true when the one you love loves you. You're in man love.
Have a cracking rest of your whatever day it is. I will be doing my best to rest. It comes to all of us. Don't worry about it. I'll be all right. 14 out of 14. I'll take that. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Ta-da!
All the world loves a lover. All the girls in every land are meant to know. Joy of loving is to live in the world of man love.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin, roundyourvirgin.com.